forever rich. I'm talking about rich in the spirit. We forever full of that pressure. We forever applying that pressure. We came from nothing. We came from nothing. We not looking for no handout. We get what's ours. Go get what's yours. Big dog.
When you West, go get it how we living, we having motion.
Big facts on the track, big dog.
Came straight from the bottom, I remember days they didn't notice.
What a time to be alive, yes, Lord.
Big pressure applying, I'm in.
Welcome to the George White the Speaker Show. It's Big Dog season. It's pressure season. And I'm your host. Talk that talk, George. And today we got a big dog. Talk that talk, George. I'm talking about a big dog. I'm talking about Pasadena very own. UCLA alumni. Drafted in 2006 to the Charlotte Bobcats. Played 11 years in the NBA. Following his playing career, he pursued work in broadcasting and working as a game analyst for CBS and as a studio analyst for Los Angeles Clippers. He also worked as an analyst for ESPN and also appeared on various programming such as SportsCenter and First Take, and also co-hosted the Opinionated 7-Footed podcast for the past year. He joined the Houston Rockets broadcasting team on AT&T Sportsnet as a color commentator. I'm talking about my dog, the big dog, Ryan Hollins. What up, big dog?
I need you to save that and send that to me. I'm gonna listen to that every morning. I'm gonna listen to that. Come on, man. Say that one right there. Okay, I'm gonna use that.
I got you, big dog. All right, man. I got you, man. I hope that was good enough for you, man. I want to make sure I give you a good intro.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I had to turn you up, big dog. But thank you for joining the George White the Speaker Show, man. I know you've been busy, you've been on the road, you've been applying that pressure, man. And I want to jump straight into it. I know you have a lot of things you are doing right now, and I want to speak about the personal journey and motivation. Like, who's that one person who believes in you and what you do, and how do you overcome adversity for those who doubt you?
Man, my father. Lost in my second to last season in the NBA, but my father, man, it was just crazy. You know, your parents, or a guardian or a coach, man, they could plant seeds in you that you don't see for yourself, and they grow later on. So it's wild. Like, for those who don't know, I'm 7 feet, but my dad was only 6'4", my mom 5'11". I got an uncle that might be like around 6'6". There's nobody else 7 feet, George. The reason I'm saying this, and my father from day one was like, man, he would tell everybody he gonna be 7 feet. He like, my son gonna be 7 feet. He knew it. He spoke it into existence. Then, man, he would brag about me, man. Like, my father would brag about your kids, like inflate their egos. At least as a parent, you can do those things, brag about them. And he just, I had this blind confidence. I didn't even know I had it, honestly.
Yeah.
It was a belief. Even if things didn't go right, it was a belief. And man, I probably want to say one of the greatest lessons my father told me, right? Taught me. And it's crazy. Like, you don't understand the power that you can invest into your kids. So me and my dad, we used to play basketball on the weekends, hoop in the backyard. He put up a court, we play in the backyard, whatever, right? So, my dad would kind of skew the rules. He'll say, I'm only shoot jump shots against you. And, if you come in the paint, I'll block your shot. So long story short, I messed around and beat my dad one day. All right. I beat him. I'm trash talking. I'm hyped. So he said, cool. Okay. You talking now. All right. Now we're going to really play.
Yeah.
Man, he started wearing me out, bro. And the gift of gab comes from my old man. So not only was he talking, he was laying it in, man, every shot he hit, talking trash, he rhyming, he was doing everything, having a good old time, man. And I get so mad, tears start to well up in my eyes. Yeah. And we had this long driveway, man. I was like, I'm done, I quit. I'm cool, bro, you got it. I'm walking down the driveway, tears welling up, I'm frustrated, I'm embarrassed, bro. I'm in my feelings, if we're gonna be honest. But I quit, and my dad yelled at me. He said, Ryan, come here. Pops, we playing around, and that tone changed. And I remember walking back to him, humiliated, a little frustrated. He said, look at me, son. For the rest of your entire life, when things get hard, you go through stuff, you promise me one thing, you never quit. We don't quit.
Come on.
And we're going to finish this basketball game. We don't quit. George, from that moment, I can't quit things in my life. Now, I can make educational choices that may say, this is not best for me. But I cannot quit. In college, you hit that moment you want to quit.
Facts.
In the NBA, you're gonna hit moments you want to quit. In life, bruh,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna see moments you don't want to get out that bed.
Mm-hmm.
But because my father instilled that in me, it's that simple, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
can't even George. I can't make it complex. It's that
I
simple.
know.
And sometimes, again, don't confuse this with sometimes we make educated choices in which we better ourselves and our situations. That's
Facts.
different than quitting. But
Facts.
I cannot, because of that. So it's probably the most important lesson that my old man gave me, that I would like to impart to others.
Mm-hmm.
Of that, man, there's so much power in not quitting or following through. So we're gonna finish season ain't going. We're gonna finish the season out,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna see where else we need to go. But are we accountable to ourselves before we make those choices? So that's for me, man, something that my father gave me for the rest of my life.
And I love that. Oh man, Ryan, I love that big dog. Like I always speak about will set and skill set. It's a lot of people who got the skill, but they're not gonna give you 100% every day. But those who got that will, who got that dog, they gonna give you 140% every day. Win, lose, or maybe they won't fold. They won't quit. They can withstand adversity. They can withstand opposition. I always speak about. I got 3 boys. I got a 21-year-old. I have a 13-year-old. I have an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old daughter. I said, in life, we don't lose. We either win or learn. And that's why a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, it's easy to quit. It's easy to quit, but it's just much harder to keep going. If you really want it bad enough, you'll push, you'll keep striving. And I love that about you, big dog. And it's imperative for a lot of people to know when you have a father in your life that can make a difference for that young man. Because if you don't have that positive role model, or you don't have that father in your life, who knows what you had been, or you might have given up. You know,
Thanks.
you probably even went to
Yeah.
UCLA. Like I was in
No.
my hometown. This previous weekend for the before they go to playoff game, and the principal, he used to be my coach when I was there, and he was speaking about how things changed right now, man. When it comes to high school, the NIL deals, and things like that. It was like a lot of these cats see the money, but they lose passion. I'm like, ooh,
Mm.
money money changes situation. Like when we grew up, that's the only thing we knew how to do was go outside, play basketball, be in the street, throw rocks, be in the dirt. Cause we love what we do. Now the younger guys, they see NIL deal money. They be like, okay, I'm not going there until I get 150,000 or 200,000. Not everybody's blessed to have the opportunity. So to see how you passionate, I can tell you love the game because you still work around the game. You did 11 years in the NBA. You went to UCLA. You played high school ball. You probably played little league ball, and you still around the game because you that's your passion. And I always tell people once you learn to live on purpose, when you start living in your purpose.
Yeah, I think I'm also privileged as you bring that up, George. Like, I never worked a day in my life. Like, bro, for real, I'd have played basketball for free.
Come on.
Like, I'd have worked a 9 to 5, and I'd have hit the Boys and Girls Club or the YMCA or the 24, and we'd have just hooped for free. So I would have done it in the NBA, bro. You didn't have to pay me for
Come
that.
on.
Now, obviously, we gotta make bills,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we adults, and I work in broadcasting where I get to speak for the Rockets. Now, we're
Yeah.
not working free. Don't get me wrong, but in that sense, I've never worked a day in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have moments. It's this simple, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have moments where you don't feel like doing it. Where work is gonna be work.
Yeah.
I can't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Work is gonna be work. But the other half or part of the time, why not be something that you enjoy?
Exactly.
So to me, man, for the world that we live in right now, that's tangible, that we know, okay, that's deep right there. The tangible world that we know, that's kind of the purpose
Mm-hmm.
in our lives, right? Do something you love
Mm-hmm.
with people you love.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Do something you love with people you love and make money doing it.
Facts. But let me ask you this, big dog. Like, how was your experience, or how was it converting over and transitioning from playing basketball now being on the sideline as a commentator? How hard was the adjustment?
Man, it was humbling, George.
Mhm.
But the best thing is I had went through the pitfalls of playing pro, the ups and downs, the headaches, and it was hard in the sense where Georgia, me and you going out for a position, right? Let's say, we want to make, a NBA or a college roster. Coach gonna look at George and Ryan and say, hey, who gonna get more rebounds? Who's gonna score more points? And when I stepped over to this side, it's subjective. I had to figure out what made you good.
Come on.
What makes you different than me? What opportunities are there? So I went into broadcasting, understanding the landscape. For one, Ryan Hollins is not an NBA All-Star. So now Ryan Hollins has to compete with NBA All-Stars. I'm going to give this NBA All-Star the chance before Ryan Hollins gets the chance. Ryan Hollins, wasn't all in whatever, right? So but in positives, I played, 10 years in the association. So within that time playing, I beat out what I do have is I beat out a number of other people. So I got a chance. You feel me? Like I got a chance. They're gonna answer the phone one time. They're not gonna call me, but they're gonna answer the phone. So I gotta make my phone calls. I understood who I was. Then I said, I have to be really good at this. Because some guys, you can pay Dwayne Wade to come on and just be Dwayne Wade and charismatic and funny and just be you, dog. I said, I got to learn this deal like the dude who's interviewing Dwayne Wade, and I got to learn it like sitting in that seat and digging into my experiences of what I do have. So I want to double and triple and multiply the things that I had, and then I had to go and grind and work. So now, George, when I'm sitting across from the guy who never played 10 years in the NBA, maybe he went to school for broadcasting. Now with me and you both went to school, I beat you out because I played. You feel me? Or I'm making a space. Or, man, we could talk all day in this. I'll give you two more things with that. I recognized I was going on shows, George, and I would go on a show with one host, and I have a bomb show. Like, dang, I was articulate, I was funny, I was myself. Like, man, we have fun. I go on with somebody else, it'd be dry, dead, no energy. I'm so, he over talking me. And I'm like, bruh, like, they're going to send you home or you're not going to get opportunities. So I said, how do I become me in every scenario? How do I make my own energy? How do I, like, your job is to get on the page. I come in with a game plan of my host or who I'm working with that day. So I might come in and somebody, and I might, hey man, what you on, bro? Throw an icebreaker. I might come on. I was on with Rob Parker. First time me and Rob Parker ever did work. I purposely walked in like I was just I don't want to say a dumb basketball player, but a guy who is uninterested, okay? A guy uninterested in his craft, and I didn't talk, and I just kind of, sat back in my chair and this and that, and I chilled and just, act like I didn't want to be there. And then me and Rob Parker, as soon as we get on air, I jumped on that boy. Yeah. And he like, what? Where did that come from? Like,
Come on.
It's gotta be an experience, bro. So you thinking we just doing radio, right? And this is radio, George. We're not talking TV. We talking reps. We talking grind work. We talking practice. I'm practicing. If this is the equivalent of sports, I'm practicing like this. So now when me and him are talking, it's this experience. You in basketball, my Rico Hines, my trainer, he will always say, man, like, you should do something memorable. You should do something they're talking about. If they don't go out of this room talking about you, there's something wrong. So I start giving people something to talk about. I start being provoking. Did I give an emotion? And then I also realized I got to be a jack of all trades.
Facts.
So I didn't even know the media game, dog. Like, you got to learn stuff that you want to know. So there's play-by-play. There's an analyst. There is a sports center, which is a 30-second hit. There's radio, which is 4 hours where they can't see you. There's podcasting. There's all these different venues which provide and need a different expertise. So I said, I could be Mark Jackson or Stephen A. Smith, or I could be somebody else. And I watched my big bro, Sean in Detroit. Shout out Jalen Rose. And I said, Jalen does everything. Jalen just walked out during a boxing match. Jalen just did Sports Center. Jalen Rose has a podcast. Jalen Rose has his own show. So I said, dang, big bro is showing me the mold. So like, be diverse, like really truly learn, okay, in an analyst situation, man, the game is flowing. You're not the focal point. So you got to hit that thing in 5 or 6 seconds and get out,
Mm-hmm.
and then provide expertise and explain why it's happening. So I had to learn that. Then I had to learn, okay, Sports Center is different.
Mm-hmm.
First Take is different. All these shows are different. So I just say, like, I really learned my craft. I came in with an expectation. I learned what I was and I learned what I wasn't. And I doubled and tripled the things that I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was patient with the things that I wasn't. And I wasn't humble enough to ask a million times for somebody to tell me no. Like, I swear to God, bro, people be in their feelings.
Yeah.
They told me no so many times, dog. The Houston Rockets are the first place that came to get Ryan Hollins and say yes. The Houston Rockets are the first place that came and got me and said, you are overly qualified for this position.
Let's go.
And we want you because you are and I've been underqualified for so many years, bro.
Come on.
It almost brought me to tears, George. Like, you have worked, my son. You are overqualified. You know what I'm saying? So for me, man, that was everything because I shouldn't have been there.
Come on.
Then people still going, why is he doing that? Why him? Because I worked, dog. And when you didn't know, I was working.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was on the East Coast, living out a hotel, out of a suitcase for a whole month, grinding, I was working. When I was going during the NBA, doing my workouts, put my gym clothes on and running around, put a suit and tie on and do radio, and they'll never see me in radio. Yeah. When I call ESPN, when I call Fox, and I call CBS, and they told Ryan Hollins no. When I called an agent that said represent me, and they said Ryan Hollins no, and I kept calling and I kept eating. And when I got a breadcrumb, I showed my breadcrumb to everybody. Then I did my own social media, then my own stuff, then I did my own grind. I told somebody this yesterday. You should be your best. You should be your biggest fan. Dog, why are you not your biggest fan? Ooh. Why is social media for anything business-wise other than you being your biggest fan? Why are you taking pictures while you at work? Because I'm proud of me being at work. Dog, I'm not supposed to be here. Y'all don't understand. I'm not supposed to be here.
Turn me up,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Why are you taking pictures at work? Because I'm not supposed to be here right now.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Hey.
That's it, man.
Hey, big dog. You don't turn me up now. Hey, and my wife, I can't wait for my wife. I promise you, when she watches this episode, she'll say, man, you just like you. We both got that. I'm the same way, man. Like, you passionate. You're very passionate about what you do. You passionate when you speak. And I'm going to tell you another thing is that just because they have the experience, not everybody with experience can produce, and not everybody who can't produce have experience. And it's not what's on you; it's what's in you. I had got to my point in my life when it comes to the motivation speaking. A lot of people had years over me, but when you are favored, see, degrees and experience, degrees will open doors, but God and who you know and favor will open elevators. So that what happened with you, man. Like, you went to you grinded. You just said, man, you sleep out of a hotel for a month, grinding. Go to the court, put your suit and tie on, this and the third. You didn't make excuses. You made results. So everything you are doing, everything you accomplish, man, it wasn't handed to you. And that's why I tell people, I don't care where you came from. I don't care if you came from the inner cities, you from the ghetto, you from the hood. People, George, they won't give me an opportunity, man. I know I'm the best. They won't give me an opportunity. I said, you create your own opportunity. Quit waiting for the next man. I'm not looking for no handout. I'm going to say this here. There's a lot of people reached out to me. I'm going to say this here. I never spoke about this on my podcast. I'm going to speak about it. And this is like 4 or 5 months before this happened. Like Diddy reached out to me 4 or 5 months before, everything took place, this and the third. Like, you just got to look at your integrity. I'm big on integrity and what I stand for. And I'm not minimizing speaking against nobody. You got to make sure everything aligned together if it fits your purpose. Sure. So I said to say this here, like, not every opportunity that's given to you, you have to take it. Learn to create something for yourself. Just in case something don't go right, you can go back to plan A. See, I would teach people about plan A, B, C, and D. Your B protect your A and your C protect your B. As long as you got a plan, you will never go down. You will never go down.
Hey, George, they never wanted me. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put it out there now. ESPN never wanted me till Fox wanted me.
Come on.
Fox Radio didn't want me till ESPN Radio didn't want me. ESPN Radio didn't want me till CBS wanted me. CBS didn't want me till ESPN wanted me. And then I got greedy on my and said Why not everybody? He worked with both of y'all because somebody will tell you can only work with one. Now, don't get me wrong, you got to pay me for exclusive, but I had to learn the game. Cause I used to feel like, oh, you do this and this is what you do, but you gotta work, and it's not arrogance. It's not arrogance, it's work ethic. Because they see you working, and somebody's trash is somebody else's treasure. And again, on this side, it's very subjective. So you had to learn the subjective fields, and we're not playing sports anymore. We're not taking a test where you scored a 95 and I scored an 85. This is subjective. So what body of work? What do you come to the table? A lot of people want audiences to come in. If I'm in a company and I want an investment, I want a safe investment. So what do you bring to the table? Dog, when I came, George, I'll give you this, bro. One of the biggest things everybody want to do, you can throw this out. You want to do motivational speaking, you want to do media, you want to do broadcasting, go speak to children.
Come on.
If you cannot humble yourself and speak to children, why speak to children, right? Children have a 5-second attention span. And if you can maintain the attention span of an 8 or 9 or 10-year-old, right? Or a teenager who has a shorter attention span because his brain is melting by being on TikTok and Snapchat and Instagram all day, and us adults too. If you can't hold their attention, why would I put you on TV? Because you have 5 seconds to grab my attention. You got 5 seconds, and if you can't rock the crowd or get them kids on board or teach them little ones where they lock in with you, go get them to lock in. That's when you know you're going to be all right. That's when you know you're working as a speaker. That's when your gestures, your pauses, your highs, your lows, all those things come in. And you like, don't talk to me if you can't motivate kids. Like get that simple, bro. So when they ask me to talk to kids, George, I talk to kids. Stop talking about you want millions or you want to be on TV. Go talk to kids, bro, and do a good job. And come out there leaving at a better place than you came in with. So could we not talk? We can't talk, right? We can't talk $1 million before we talk $5, right? George, the same way you're going to treat, I tell people, the same way you're going to treat $5, the same way you treat $5 million. If you owe me $5, I'll never do business with you. Come on. If you're not racing to get my money back, I'm not doing business with you. So you treat them babies the same way you would treat an executive somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then that energy comes back and then you get better. You know, so when I threw my kids' camp, I swept the floors in the camp. I gave everything to those kids. I was emotionally invested, involved in what I did. And then for the things I couldn't do, I got older and I learned how to delegate. But I didn't know what was enough until I put in the work to delegate the time. And working with them babies are the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Because I know how to speak. I know how to pause. I know how to let my points settle in. Because you got to drive home to them to do your homework. Listen to your parent. There's no different than this other side, you know. But they say, George, just put me on. Why can't I do what you do? Bro, go grind. They're right in front of you. Right in front of you, dog.
And that's facts. But let me tell you something, bro. I promise you, we must be brothers from a long distance. Bro, you say the same thing. I just spoke the same thing about the pauses. Like I didn't go the traditional route as a speaker. I went the social route. I went guy route, you know. And before I became a speaker, I worked in a corporate office, and I was a production manager for Signify Health. We worked with Trump. You know, I was the only African American, the only dude, and I moved up in the corporate world in 4 years, and because of the work I put in, and that taught me how to be a speaker. As me being a speaker right now, I teach people, when you're at home, be in that mirror. Go speak to kids. Speak to your family. If you got kids, if you got 3 kids and a wife, sit them down in the living room and speak to them. If you really love, I tell people how bad you want it. If you really love it, go do it for free. They're gonna tell you everything you need to. If you take money out the equation, if you take money out the equation, if you take money out of the equation right now, I'm telling you, I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just saying there would be too many pastors. There wouldn't be no social media motivation speakers. Wouldn't be basketball. It would be a lot of people doing what they're doing now because they chasing the money. I don't chase money. I chase the gift. The gift gonna make room for you because I want longevity. Like me and my cousin was saying, when I leave this earth and my funeral not packed, that's me. I ain't do enough. And I'm not talking from a money perspective. I'm talking about legacy. I want them young
Bro,
kids, the young boys and girls
I
be,
literally just said that.
yeah,
I literally just said the same thing. I was talking about that with my partner, Jay Allen.
facts.
We literally just talked about that. When my daddy passed away,
Mm-hmm.
they stood around the block and somebody told me this, George. They said it's not what you do for people, it's how you make them
Mm-hmm.
feel.
Come on.
How do you make somebody feel?
Mm-hmm.
We don't care about money, bro. They showed up because my daddy make them feel good. My daddy speak to them like $1,000,000. My dad had the passion and excitement, so his funeral was filled.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't lying, bro. I just turned 40. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think that's got to be my mission. Like, how do you make people feel? How many people gonna be at your funeral?
Exactly.
Are they gonna feel compelled? Like I gotta write that in my I got my
Yeah.
calendar. Right, and I get my notifications and my little sayings that I put. That's a cheat code too for anybody listening.
Mm-hmm.
It's the simplest thing you can do. If you hear something you like, a Bible scripture, a verse, anything that you like, a reminder, put it in your notifications every day, and it could go off on your phone, and it goes up. Make your phone work for you, right? Put in there. That's what I need to add in. How do you make people feel?
How you make people feel. And that's why I show up the way I do on social media, man. I put out content constantly. You know, when old Miss reached out to me, go speak to him. You know, the girl basketball team. Shout out to Coach Yo. Love Coach Yo. Did a tremendous job with the Ole Miss girls team. Like, it could be girls, boys, kids, whatever. Like, when big dogs show up, I want them to get the full experience. Because when people, when they book me, when they reach out to me, like, hey, we want big dog. I can't be nobody
Yeah,
but me. I can't be the next
yeah.
man. But I became the voice of motivation. I tell people, quit looking at what the next man doing. Focus on your journey. I took over motivation speaking while a storm with the voice because I touch kids, adults, at 7 years old, 50-year-old. No, it's about following my purpose. Never once I was like, hey man, I need this money. I need this money. I follow my gift.
Yeah.
Follow my gift. Follow my gift. And that alone gonna leave a legacy on top of what God already had me about to do in the future. So that's why I say that when you know the mission, don't let anybody take you off your journey. When you're on a mission, don't let anybody make you indecisive. Like, oh shoot, should I be doing this? If you know what you are doing, nobody can trick you out your position.
Man, that ain't no lie, bro. You're right. You know what? My grandmother was Jamaican descendant. She always say, "What's for you can't be unfor you."
What's
It
for
was
you
that
can't miss
simple,
you.
bro.
What's for you can't miss you.
Yeah, yeah. What's for you can't be unfor you. It's that simple. You know, and like you go, what is yeah. No, it's that simple. And you know it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Stop running from it.
Come on,
You know it's for you.
come on.
Now you right about that. And sometimes the thing be right in front of your face. My other young boy, I help with the Madden gaming
Okay.
because I'm crazy and my challenges, everything I've done. You know, I need to make money doing it or be a part of it, or why not? Why not me? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's my thing. Like why not me? And one of the young boys, one of the pros, he just made a live and he came to me and said, "How do I get over the hump? What do I do?" I said, "Bro, are you giving back?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you talking about? Like money? I said, no, like I said, the older I got in my biggest moments where I was in need, where I didn't have it, where I was worried about how the bills was going to get paid, how things was going to figure out, I learned like give back. So like, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, my last year, my ninth year, you know,
Yeah.
where I'm seeing myself, the phone call ain't ringing for the NBA the same,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I had to come home, you know, and train at home. And my body clock always said it was season time.
Mm-hmm.
The contracts, I never had to work for contracts. They were there. God bless. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being depressed, I volunteered at the high school. My partner was coaching at a high school, Bishop Alamany, and I said, I'm stressed out. I'm worried about stuff, but I said, let me volunteer my time. Let me commit. Let me help you. I didn't want to be a coach, but I got to learn coaching. Let me go and serve these young men. You know, serve. Let me serve. So when you in need, like go serve.
Come.
Like it's not money, bro. It's not just giving. Like go serve. So when you need it, that's the time where even more you lock in and you get out your own feelings. And then by the time you get what you get, you see it's bigger than anything
Come.
that ever should have been there. You know, but that depression goes away, those things go away, and you got to humble yourself
Mm-hmm.
and know, like, all right, did I do everything I could do in those moments? But serve, bro. Like, and I don't know if it's mentorship. My gift is, you know, coaching because I got the chance to go there and be that, and it was something I was uncomfortable with,
Mm-hmm.
but I learned. But I knew my impact was there, and hopefully, them young men one of them gets something that I gave them
Exactly.
that they remember, or one of them goes back and then they serve.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
More reach, one teach.
And boom, bro. Blessings came.
Yep. And I told him the business to serve. Greater is not he who sit at the table. Greater is he who serve. And I love the way you mentioned that, big dog, because not a lot of people mention about serving. They always talk about what they can receive. It's easy to receive. I go so much in depth into that, man. I don't want to, but like I love that what you spoke about that, man. A lot of people need to hear that. Like even in your most trying time, when you face adverse opposition, going through trials and error, man, depression, stress, worry, anxiety, put yourself in a position where you can do for others. People say, how can I pour into people while I'm empty? You think you empty. You're allowing your flesh to overpower your spirit. Because now what's happening to you is what's happening for you. Once you adopt that mentality and mindset, you be like, okay, I see what Big Dog saying. I see what Ryan's saying. In my most trying moment, still go serve. That's how you going to reap the harvest 10-fold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Everything came back to your abundance. See, thing is, a lot of people don't give or serve unless a camera is on them or they feel like get some back in return.
Ooh. You know what? Let me ask you this, George. And I got to take on this random because you're going to bring it up. Well, you here. I got you here now. How do you feel about the social media when they go give to the homeless, or they interview a guy and they give him money or something, or they give this surprise thing, or somebody was hungry and and then they post it. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that is good, bad, indifferent, like humble brag? What's your take? I have my take. I want to hear what you say.
I just can't do it. I'm a man of God. Of course, everybody know when you give alms, when you give back, your left hand should know what your right hand doing. It make me cringe. I'm saying from my perspective, my wife will tell you, it's some more people tell you, George, do not believe in recording and self-giving to people. I teach my boys the same thing. Like, bro, I have a lot of love in me. Like, I have a lot of love. Like, I want to help so many people, and me helping people is not with a camera. That's degrading. If you're already at your lowest, why should I record you at your lowest?
For sure. Yeah.
So, and now I tell people like, I know God got my back. I just sow into the homeless. Let me tell you something. That's not sowing. That's giving back. People don't understand by sowing on good grounds. You sow on good ground. So when you see somebody who not, it could be speaking to their life, giving them food, giving them shelter, giving them clothing. You are doing God's work. You are serving, not sowing. You are serving. So people don't feel like it's not recognizable unless a camera is involved. That's why I know. Wow. That's why when it comes to church or anything, whatever, like I don't judge people. I don't judge the pastor or anybody what they got on. I don't judge people by what they wear. I judge them by their oil. It's the oil for me. If somebody really want to give back, you can feel it. Like, bro, they passion, they dedication. No camera. It's just them people they helping. That's what I'm about, big dog. Yeah. Facts.
I feel like I've always felt like you, but I challenged myself on this, and I think like to me now, it's the intent behind it. It's not necessarily my thing, but sometimes I see it and I'm like, I'll feel good. Or sometimes I'll see something, feel a little stage, and I might cringe a little bit because I'm like, that wasn't organic. Like, bro, that wasn't organic. But I feel like, who am I to question intent? Like sometimes it's obvious. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. If it don't feel right in my soul, I'm not gonna like watch it or partake because I'm like, dang, I don't think it's great. But I feel like if the intent is right and you bring in awareness to something, I vibe with it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
But I feel like if it is not righteous or the intent is viewership or money or whatever like that, it's different. But I feel like if it is a genuine intent to bring awareness to something that you're passionate behind, I can accept it.
Me too.
I can accept it. If it's that, it's not necessarily my thing.
And like, but thing is, everything's so staged nowadays. Like, I do it. Like, if you got a nonprofit, like I'm not talking about the people who got nonprofit. Those who try and bring awareness. In a way.
No, we talking about personal moments. Personal moments.
Okay, so.
Like you said, like why you got somebody at their worst, they might not want to be on camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why, like, hey, big dog, like, you do something to my spirit. Like my wife can tell you, like, I don't play them games, man. Like, I just can't do it. Like, if I feel convicted. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I do that, if I ever try to do that, I feel convicted. Like, God, like, man, what you doing? Would you want somebody recording you digging out a trash can? Would you want somebody to record you, somebody giving you something? You got one sock on, your pants there, your fingernail there, you need a haircut, you looking scruffy. Think about that individual. So that's how I look at it, big dog. And I'm glad you brought that topic up. My wife speak about it all the time. Like, that's why, like, I don't go around judging people. I didn't know. I did look at the oil that's on them. I played one thing about me, man. I played them be smart. Like, if somebody booked me to do, like, the way I move, the way everything I do, everything the way I move is calculated. Like, I always think alike anyway. You know, I'm a thinker. I'm very observant. Like, I see everything, even though you don't know what I'm looking. I see it. So if I'm around people who say, "Hey, man, let's come together. Let's go give back this and third. We got a cameraman over here. We got a cameraman over there. We got a cameraman." I'm like, man, we need 20 cameraman just to give somebody $1,000. Now it's showing me that, oh, you trying to go viral. You trying to stream, you trying to get notoriety. And that's easy for me to remove people or distance myself from people who don't have pure intention behind what they do and what they do and what they stand for. So that's just me.
Amen.
So, big dog, let me ask you this question. Let's go into, like, you did 11 years in the league, big dog. Everybody can't do it. Not everybody sustain. In your 11 years playing in the league, what you do, like, we do like 11 in the league, then what, one overseas, 1 year overseas?
10 in the NBA, one overseas.
Okay.
Yep.
So who was your hardest person to guard and why?
I had 3 of them, bro. DeMarcus Cousins, Chris Bosh, and Marc Gasol. Okay. The reason they were hard to guard is because they were intelligent.
Okay.
And they could use both hands. So, you know, you'll guard Gasol. I go to get physical with him. And, you know, he going to take that physicality, then he going to spin off you. You know, so he'll counter that move. And a lot of guys don't have that second and third move. Or, you know, one game I played him, I bodied him up, forced him into that one leg fadeaway. Man, he hit that fadeaway. You know, so I'm like, golly, man, or he was so smart. You get ready to get out in a hard hedge, he'll slip behind your hedge and be like, dang, you know, he knew how to draw that foul. So, like, if I could be aggressive with you, I could kind of get physical with you, kind of bump you off your spot at work. Boogie Cousins the same way. You know, he would take his time, work you underneath the rim, you know, before he got a look off. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you walled up playing good defense, he'll hit the jump hook. So now I say I got to over-exaggerate where I play him. I got to force him to another side. And he was strong enough to spin off. But again, get you in foul trouble. And Chris Bosh, you know, he could go equally to his right hand that he could to his left, shoot the jumper, compete. You know, like we had to go at it, you know, but Chris was another tough guard. And, you know, I had to guard. I had no double teams. Well, I wouldn't sit on the floor to have a double team. I was sitting on the floor to play straight up. You know, I didn't have help coming. So Chris was tough, and then he'll face up. But again, the guys for me that would take my aggression away. So now I'm like, I feel like I'm in jail because they're gonna go sweep through your arm, or they're gonna counter you, or they're gonna let you overexert yourself and play that against you.
Facts. And Chris Bosh, I tell people all the time, Chris Bosh, Toronto Chris Bosh was a problem. Even Miami Heat, don't get me wrong. But Toronto, cause he from Lincoln. He went to high school in Lincoln, and I believe in Dallas. Yeah, but he's a dog, man. I always liked the Chris Bosh game. He just give you that. It's hard to stop a left-hander, man. Like, whatever, you know. And he moved like a guard. Like, Chris Bosh moved like a guard. So I know that was a tough matchup. And also you play with, what's that, 2000.
And let me say this real quick too. Keep in concept, with all due respect, I'm not saying these plays are. This is just for me.
Yeah.
I had to guard the Duncans. I had to guard the Shaqs. It was an older Shaq, but it was still Shaq. I had to guard Dwight Howard. So this is the context. It was just for me. Like, I had to guard. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm just saying those. This is for me. Those guys were easier covers because maybe I had help. You know, I could wall up. They didn't have the different ways. I just matched better against those guys. But for them, it was a headache. You know, I could guard Powell, but I couldn't guard Mark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Were they talking trash to you? Well, who one of them talking trash?
Boogie would do Boogie of those three.
Yeah, those three.
I mean, Mark darn near knocked my teeth out one time.
Dang. With the elbow?
Boogie got with an elbow.
Dang.
Boogie got away with punching me in the darn game. I'm still mad about it. We played together. I told him about that. Chris would just Chris wouldn't really talk trash. Chris just had man, who are you? And then we were about the same class, you know what I'm saying? Same age, close enough. So it was always smoke. Hey, I gotta show you, you gotta show me, you know. But obviously, man, I'm no Chris Bosh. That dude is a dog, man. That dude Hall of Famer right there, you know. But it was you close enough to me where I'm going at you different. You know what I'm saying? I was going at Joe Kim and Al Horford and those guys different because we were close enough. But that was the competitive nature of the league that I played in. Like we weren't buddies like that. Like you was too close for comfort, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So you think? Let me ask you this here. Since we're on that topic, do you think the players now it's a little too close? Like, do you feel like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. These boys got to make the money. They got opportunities and awareness that we never had because we was just playing basketball. They understand everything around it, but they don't know when to turn it on and turn it off. And the dudes who ain't close, who ain't buddy with you, they're excelling. The dudes who are just go down and work, they're excelling. So the guys who are old school throwbacks, they're excelling. And George, the league is trending back towards high IQ, toughness, and discipline. Now, there was a span where everybody wanted the 3-point shooters. If you could shoot a three, we won't throw you out. We don't even care about defense no more. And the guys who played defense was getting sent home. Now, the guys who play defense could hit an open jumper the same way. You know, so the toughness is coming back. But I feel like the guys who do that, those are the guys now that are lasting. And I don't think it's the same league. Shoot, I had to learn. I'm in Boston, and me, Paul, KG, and everybody. And after the game, you would show love or whatever. And I remember, man, I played with John Walt, man, worked with John in the summer, all that, and John a little younger than me, always put in work. That's my dog. You know, you train with guys, those are his family. I went to shake John, man, they slapped my hand. It was like, man, go to the back. What are you talking for after the game? See him somewhere else. Go to the back. Now, the NBA is a little different now, but it was like, go to the back. We're not friends, but like that war mentality, it changed me, man. It was a war mentality. Not that you're not buddies, not that our kids don't play together, not that those things. Talk to them after the game. We're not shaking hands, but it was a mentality set. Like it was, man, Boston was different, dog.
I do. So let me ask you this here. I know KG, he talks. Like, that's a different level of dog. Like, what was it like playing with KG?
George, you really want this conversation?
Hey, man.
George, you really want this conversation?
Come on, man. Talk to me.
For one, Kevin Garnett saved my career. That's first and foremost. Kevin Garnett's arguably the greatest leader we have in sports.
Shout out to KG.
His personality, the way he make you believe in yourself, the way he taught, the zero tolerance because he deserved it. Man, I'll give you, for instance, man, KG was 37, 38 when I played with him. I pride myself on being a hard-playing guy. I pride myself on I'm locked in. KG, you'll get to practice, you'll look over, man, KG in a full sweat, working on every move is game. Bro, George, stop playing with me.
Come on.
Every move is game. Yeah. Every move. And then, like, if the trainer not passing him the ball, the coach won't pass, give me the right. He'll stop the drill and lay into a coach. Give me the Joe. Give me a good pass. I don't give you no BS. I give you 100%. Why you not giving me? Give me a good pass. Close out on me, Gage B. Hit me. Come on. You know it's crazy. So people don't notice. Like, it's true. NBA will connect in the offseason. This is where I got KG's respect. We were playing in the lockout, and KG and them, they really would never come out and play pickup. So during the lockout, you know, they kind of worked their way in itself during training camp. They came out to LA and they played. KG was in Malibu, Paul was there, and me and KG, we had experiences when I was younger, but I wasn't really kind of up to par yet. He came that year and we rumbled, dog. And it was a small court, so it wasn't all the spacing and all that and all the help, and we rumbled. And I remember KG was guarding me, backed him down, turn, boom, hit him. He fell, dunk one. I came right back, the same play, picked him up full court. He went double cross sudden, boom, hit me in the chest. I fell. He hit a step back J, and it was almost like him and Paul started talking. It was like, we want you in Boston. Like that was pre-done, bro, in the summertime. But it was like we went at it. We went at like these one like ball players in these, they don't play pickup. I was just talking about this with one of my partners the other day. They don't, dog, we got at it. And went blood for blood. And it was like, nah, you with us. So when KG got there, it was just history, bro. And I remember one game. So I'll give you this. Game day with KG, he expect no nonsense. The way that you step in for shoot around is the way for games, George. So like, like every single other NBA team I was on, you'll walk in and there's laughing, joking for shoot around, we playing around. He locked in. This is game 7 in shoot around. This is shut up. This is how we going over the game plan. He talking to coach. What we doing? Hey, Doe, when I get here, you have my back. P, you're going to skip out to the weak side. If this don't work, we're going to go. They're going through game plan, telling coach, this is what we're going to do. Okay, be here. Go, he going to catch it. Go through the move. We darn near live, bro. We a walkthrough. I'm like, taking this walkthrough. We live, and I'm learning like, dang, like he's ready now. I was never ready in shoot around. I was never ready. I was trying to be ready. But then you get to the game, and, you come in the game, you got your earphones on, you laughing or something. You come in there, KG don't joke before the games. He's going to do his same routine at this time. And if you mess with his routine, he's going to cuss you clean out, bro.
So he'll put hands on people. You think he'll put hands on somebody?
No. I mean, if he did, I didn't see it. And I'm not saying he wouldn't. Yeah. But he's going to cuss you clean out for something that's tedious. So, like, we'll go through layup lines, George. And you're supposed to do the same layups, the same focus, right? And when the ball bounced out the net, it was something him and Rondo would do. Like, he'd get the ball, he'll pass to the Rondo, and then we start and switch the other side. So if you messed around and the ball didn't bounce the right way or hit the right way, it was that tedious as the game was getting started. Dang. He cussing you out. Hey, Joe, no. He gave me a pass because I was new for a little bit. He said, hey, fall in line, bro. And it had to be the same way. So even like, when I went to the Clippers the next year, like Blake Griffin, I tried to give him and DJ a little of that. Like, I was going to give Blake the same, or like Rondo humbled me because Rondo, everybody comes out before the game and they shoot, right? Now you could argue Rondo wasn't the greatest shooter if you wanted to, but what's Rondo one of the greatest at?
Passing, defense.
Rondo's one of the greatest passers we ever seen. So what do you think George Rondo did before the game?
I work on his passing.
He would get the ball from the ball boys and just whip passes to us.
That was different.
I've never seen it.
Come on.
George, he was whipping passes, so they was like, I'm not playing. George, everybody's supposed to be shooting. He like, I'm the best passer.
Exactly.
Shoot. And you know what I mean? And do whatever your job is. So, like getting somebody ready, the same routine. George, don't come in my routine because it's a lot of free space, and you come into my routine different.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can tell the difference. So when you went from the Boston to the Clippers, the atmosphere was probably totally different. Who was that? DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, JJ Redick?
Yeah, CP. Man, when I first went, Grant Hill, Ronnie Turioff, Chauncey Billups, world champion, Caron Butler, Dog, All-Star, Matt Barnes, Jamal Crawford, Eric Bledsoe, my first year.
Yep.
And the thing about that team was I want to give what KG gave me to them. I want to show that focus, that motivation. Kind of like I learned playing hard and then playing in the playoffs hard is different.
Yeah.
Because you're calculating, everything you're doing is calculated. And you already have a game plan for whoever you playing against, bro. Like everything is different. So I would say the biggest difference is I was trying to give what they gave to me. And we had a perfect month. We'd come off the bench. Dog, it was some of the best basketball I ever played in my career. We were blitzing cats. Me and Maddie, we were coming in. We didn't even know what defense we was doing. We would just make it up like, hey, we about to trap. Hey, trap. Like we was on, but we was going so hard. We were just hooping, bro. If you watch them Clipper games, that our first season, the second unit, we'll go up 40.
Mm-hmm.
We like starters ain't coming back in,
Mm-hmm.
but I was playing playoff hard.
Exactly.
Like anticipating stuff. We were just making stuff happen, bro. And then Maul was going crazy. We just believed. So the biggest thing too, KG used to call me video game because you jump so high. It was a video game.
Mm-hmm.
So instilling confidence in the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Or like KG something. He was like, hook 'em.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you mean hook 'em? Who take pride in the jump hook? What about a crossover or dump? He was like, hook 'em. You get them in this spot. Hook 'em to death. Hook 'em. And like George, he took pride in little things.
I like that one. Yeah.
Hook 'em. You like thinking it's something basic. He making it sound like, but it's no part of the game is basic. Young fella, get there. Hook 'em. I'm gonna hook 'em 100 times. Hook 'em. Like Ticket is that he's on 10. So like what I love, and shout out KG and Paul, man. Thank you, my brothers, because they're giving back. They're giving back their gifts, and these are things that he gave to myself. He gave to everybody in that organization or Minnesota, whoever he came across. He gave those gifts. So for him to give back his gifts and their gifts to the game, man, I'm so over the moon for what they're doing over there.
I'm gonna have to get KG on here, man. I'm gotta hear his side, man. KG. He don't care who it is. Even we talking Minnesota, Boston, Brooklyn, KG. It doesn't matter. And I feel like this is what the game is missing, man. Like, take in mind, I remember back, when Nick Van Exel time, the Lakers. I remember back when AI, Eric Snow, Dale Marshall. Like. That's the year when the Lakers beat the Philadelphia in the championship game. Like, they ain't had that much on their team, but they had that dog in them. Like, we need dogs. We need more dogs, man, who love to be dominant on both sides. Like, offensive side, defensive side, man. It just brings more to the game. Because I was speaking to someone before. I remember back in the 90s, early 2000s, the score would be like 97-93, 87-80. Now you're seeing 140, and that's not even overtime. That's crazy. No defense, just running. This game, I seen Derek Fisher. I think Derek Fisher was on a podcast, and he was speaking about, and he was saying that it reminded him of WWF. I don't know if you've seen this or not. He was speaking about this. He was like, the NBA remind him of WWF. A lot of entertainment. Not saying that these guys not working hard for it, but it's more like you got people shooting deep threes. You got people. You got John Morant. He just so athletic. He can take off from free throw line, do a 360 layup. So it just seemed like once basketball bounced back out, where those like Tony Allen, we had Tony Allen, Bruce Bourne, the defense side. You had get them more cats like that who just love defense. That's why I love Draymond. Like people say whatever about Draymond. Draymond is a big asset to the Golden State for all them years. That 100%. Energy he gonna bring.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys. Watch my Houston Rockets. Tari Eason, Amin Thompson, Dylan Brooks is trending back. That's coming back to the game. It's coming back. But we also have to appreciate the skill set that's to the game. We want skill like these boys now. Nope. It's the role players. The stars had it. AI had it. Kobe had it. Yeah. But the role players didn't have it. Now the role players got action.
Come on.
But I do believe the grind and the defense is going to come back into the game. But 100%, we're not going to take away what these young boys bring from a skill perspective, because they are harder to guard. Okay. We couldn't guard that 5 wide spacing, not with a traditional power forward who couldn't move his feet and switch 1 through 4. Like, for real, you can't hard show now. We used to hard show. You know why we could hard show? Because we couldn't shoot.
Come on.
Cats couldn't shoot.
Facts.
We had to close out to a mid-range shot. Now they shooting 23-foot threes, 25-foot threes. So that is harder. Don't get me wrong. So I do believe we're going to come into a really good era, and that's why the NBA is so deep in depth now, because it used to just be where the stars are. Now the role players, you got 3 cats who could go.
Yep.
You got 3 cats who could go get you 20.
Pritchard from the Boston, right? Pritchard from the Boston
first
going crazy.
And you didn't have that back then. Pritchard would have just been a passing guy back then. Now Pritchard can hit at a half quarter. He can run pick and roll. He get in the lane. So the skill levels are at an all-time high, but the toughness is coming back, George. So I think, we got to find that silver lining in both. Exactly. And, for me, that growth is humbling myself too and say, man, am I too ingrained in my old school ways or thoughts? Is the way I did it better? What can I see and glean from what we have here today too?
Exactly. And and also I'm gonna ask you about this, because you played and for the Bobcats when how I feel playing for Michael Jordan. No, he the owner of the team. What did it? Cause you were there with Kwame Brown, right? Oh no.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there with Kwame. I think Kwame came after.
Okay.
Kwame came after
No.
later, a little
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah. So.
But I would say, here's the thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. For one, I know y'all know. Here's the difference. I know I say LeBron is the greatest, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Michael was the most dominant.
Okay.
There's no challenging that. Michael Jordan was on my wall growing up. Michael Jordan, we used to watch Come Fly With Me, dog. Like, make no mistake. But from what from LeBron played in, from his ability to pass and score and take four guys and figure them out in the competition he played against, I give LeBron that now. But as far as dominant, Michael is more dominant. Michael is more consistent. I don't have that argument. So I say that to say, because some people, you know, like, I love Michael. Stop it. I'll show you a closet full of J's right now. Stop playing with me, okay? Mike is that dude. Like, make no mistake. LeBron just can pass, and he's a freak of nature, and he can score too. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, to George, man, I remember Michael wasn't as present when I first was there, but one practice, Mike popped in. Mike, Sam Vincent hired his boy. He made a big impact to kind of be there. I kid you not, bro. The first time Mike came into practice, he was walking around with a halo on his head. He was glowing, bro. He's the only human being I've ever seen glow, bro. And George, I don't believe in none of that. I don't believe in any of that, bro. I don't believe in any of that. But Michael, like it's the competitive nature, like the way he talked, the swagger is crazy, bro. And for Mike, he's so intelligent. You know what I'm saying? He has such a bar. He has such a standard. But like, Mike was so humble also. I remember talking with Mike, he's like, we came into the office one time. I'm like, man, what I got to go to the office for? Mike was oh, snap. And Mike was like, we're not cutting you. And I'm like, I didn't even know you could get cut in the NBA like that. I'm out of college, bro. And he's like, we love the way you run the floor. You move. You jump like Larry Nance. Mike know his NBA. You move like Larry Nance. You jump like Larry Nance. I'm like, Michael Jordan sitting here giving me a compliment. He knows my game, and he's the owner. Like, it was crazy to me, bro. It was one of the most humbling. It was like, pinch me. Like, sorry, George, I did want to record that one, but those are the memories I have locked in. We just talk about people recording moments. I'm like, let's get a photo, Mike. But man, he's the competitive nature, the dog, the mindset, the will. There's no LeBron without Mike. There's no Kobe without Mike. Stop playing. Like, let's not mistake any of that. Like, but man, his airness, man, it was a privilege to go there when I was drafted. He was a part of that, and Charlotte and Mike, like, for history, that's love, man. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, to even be a part of it, George. I'm spoiled, bro. That skinny kid from Pasadena is spoiled, bro. I can't, man. Come on, bro.
You beat the odds. Like, I was, man, just. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Just seeing, I watched you in the league, and just seeing you as a commentator, bro. Like, I love to see people who beat the odds. I love to see people, to keep having that hunger for it, not just to say I'm gonna go to the league. And broadcasting, commentating, not for everybody. I'm not saying that you got to go into that, but like, I want to say this as well. Like, you can still serve. Like, if you've been in the league 10, 5 year, 1 year, it's something you can teach the young cats. Cause you just mentioning like. Reason why I like G.I.N.C Anthony, I see him out there. I forgot where he was at, in the street balling, on hooping, and that's why. And Carmelo got that dog. I'm a big Carmelo Anthony fan, man. Like, you're not stopping him. He's a bucket. He got that dog in him. And
say, bro. Let me say this real quick. From playing against Melo, he's one of them unguardables, bro. He was one of them unguardables. Like it's a few dudes, and I pride myself on the defender, a team defender. We're gonna throw a game plan together. Boom, boom, boom. This gonna take him out. Carmelo was hell, bro. Carmelo, prime Melo would laugh as he took the shot. Like, it was like, I honestly, one time I was like, man, I don't know how you stop him. He was that good, bro. The mid range shot and the foot. And he would bully you. Like, he was different, bro. People forget, dog.
I know.
People forget.
and just shoot.
He used to laugh. He used to laugh as he was going down court. It's too easy.
So
These are NBA players. He used to laugh.
what better, New York Melo or Denver Nugget Melo?
Denver Nugget Melo all day. Denver Nugget Melo.
Yeah.
Melo had two bigs underneath getting busy. He had Nene on one block. He had Kmart on the left.
Yeah.
So we sitting right there in the lane,
Yeah.
and you can't stop him.
Hey.
Then you couldn't double team him because Kmart had a full head of steam, would punch on your head. Nene come right behind him in a loop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
man, it was a different NBA, Brody. Too many monsters like that.
I know.
Melo was tough, bro.
Imagine having a back-to-back. You got Melo one day, you got Kobe the next day. That's a long 48 hours, man.
Bruh. And then like you gotta guard him. Nah, dog. Then there's no double team for him.
No.
There's no double team for him.
So let me ask you. So I'm gonna ask you your opinion on this. What's that? You remember a year people arguing? You know, everybody have their opinion. They feel like Carmelo should have won Rookie of the Year over LeBron. What's your take on it?
No, that was Melo's.
Okay.
LeBron had a good rookie year, but LeBron had the juice behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Melo didn't have a PR. Melo wasn't next. Melo wasn't the next Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron was anointed since he was 16 years old. Like, you gotta understand that.
Yeah.
But LeBron also lived up to all the expectations. People overlook that. Yeah, LeBron got put on a pedestal, but LeBron the only person in the NBA, you know, that actually lived to his. Hold on, can you hear me?
Okay.
He was the only person actually lived up to his expectations, bro. LeBron James is the only person who actually lived to expectations. A lot of people, Harold Miner was next Jordan. You know, Kobe didn't have that hype. Kobe was like the 15, 16 pick. If I'm not mistaken, traded for Vlade Divac. He was not supposed to be that. You know, and Kobe, you know, became that. But LeBron was anointed and then held his crown.
Yeah, that's why I say LeBron. LeBron. That's why I say I give him. He's my. You can't go wrong with putting LeBron or Jordan your GOAT. Like, and I'm gonna let me ask you this question as well. I know we're getting close to time, but like, I don't talk basketball with people if they don't have Kobe in their top 10. Like,
crazy.
Yeah, or you know, Shaq at least, and Shaq got to be in at least top 6. You know, like Shaq was so dominant. I remember like Shaq to do. We could talk Orlando Shaq. We could talk Los Angeles Shaq. Like Shaq was different, but like my GOAT is either LeBron or Jordan, and I'm gonna be biased. I'm a LeBron James fan, which I watched Jordan. I was born in 90, so yes, I was 95, 96. You know, I was just waiting for Jordan to come on. But if you put LeBron back in that day and time, he'll be more dominant than anything. So Jordan was a today player in old timing. That's all he was. He was a today's player. Now we look at all these Jordan. We got Westbrook. We got Ja Morant. If you put any of them cats back in the days, them boys gonna look like a god to you. Like seriously. And that's why I don't like to minimize this era. You know, like LeBron can't play in the old era. He too soft. No, man, I'm telling you, they'll have nothing for him, man. They'll have nothing for him. And before I let you go, big dog, give me your top 5 of all time.
My top 5
in order.
So am I going like best player or am I going like position?
So let's do the best player all time, and then we'll do position next, the top 5 position. Do your top 5, the GOAT, from the GOAT to number 5.
Well, my number 1 is LeBron. Okay. For those who watched the clip, famously that made me go viral, Shaquille O'Neal has come out and said he feels like LeBron is the GOAT. So by the way, if you're gonna talk that, I'm fair. If you're gonna scrutinize me and be mad at me, go be mad at Shaq for flip-flopping. Because when LeBron broke the record, that's what he went and that's what he said. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said to him. Now, also, I have no problems with people that go, come on, dog, it's MJ, bro. But I go Kobe at 3 because I can't put Kobe above Mike.
Yeah.
I can't put Kobe above Mike. You can't do that. He's the carbon copy. Now, some can argue that Kobe Bryant played tougher competition than Michael played against, and I agree with you that Michael did not have to see the Warriors and the style of play that Michael played in. I penalized him because Mike could get off because of the help rules and play one on one, and Mike didn't. And not to say in this era Mike wouldn't be a point guard. Mike wouldn't be bringing the ball up court, because back then they didn't just put the ball in their best player's hands for the whole possession. Now the best player starts with the ball. And Mike had 8 seconds where the guy had to get across half court and give him the basketball. Where if he came up with the ball in hands, he would have been way more dynamic than he was. We just didn't play basketball the same way. So unfortunately, due to the era, I do penalize Mike. 3, number 4, I go Kareem.
Okay.
That jump hook was unstoppable. He could have played in this era. When you say a move is unguardable, like in Kareem, the points he scored and the body of work from UCLA to all that, like this, he was the cheat code, bro. And he could run and jump. He'd have been like Giannis now, like even more. But 7'2", he could have brought it up. And there's nothing those guys couldn't do, and he was huge. So I definitely go Kareem at 4, and my 5 is really up in the air, bro. My 5 is up in the air, where I could easily go like Magic. I could easily go Bird. I could easily go Shaq. I could easily go Duncan. Like, you know what I'm saying? From those positions, after that, I can go either way. And, LA boy, we're going to go Magic Johnson, because Magic is a gamer. And Magic he's going to cheat to win. Magic going to do anything to make it happen. You're not going to beat Magic Johnson, bro. And he won it every single level, bro. And he helped the NBA become what the NBA is, and he's overlooked a lot.
Always.
And some argue Curry's the greatest point guard of all time, and Magic's like, dog, I'd have found a way to hit threes. You got to understand, Magic would have found a way to do those things. So I'm gonna go Magic, man. I'm gonna go Magic in that spot.
And your starting 5 from point guard to center, who you got to start your team?
To start my team?
Yes, sir. All time, your starting 5.
Now are we going? How are we labeling? Because now these positions are a little different now.
Yeah. So we can go like you can put anybody in any position. If you want to go all
right,
tall,
LeBron point guard.
Okay.
Michael is and am I going to win, or am I just putting the best players out there?
Going to win to start a franchise, going to win.
Okay. LeBron is my point. Michael is my 2. Kobe is my 3, or vice versa. Those are my wings. We're going to get untraditional here. We're going to get non-traditional right now. We're going to put KD at the 4.
Come on.
Because I'm trying to win. And KD may arguably be the greatest scorer of all time. He may be more talented than Michael because he's 7 feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's Michael. But as far as scoring, KD at my 4. And then at my 5, I'm between Shaq and Kareem right now. And I'm between Shaq and Kareem right now. So I think I'm gonna just go Shaq. We just gonna bully everybody. We're gonna bully everybody.
That's mine too. Listen, that's unstoppable. LeBron can guard 1 through 5, point guard. You got Jordan as a 2. He can guard anybody. You got Kobe as that 3. Who gonna stop Kevin Durant as a 4? He's 7 foot, 7'1". He can shoot over anybody. Then Shaq need 2 people to guard him. You're not losing. 82-0. I say 80. Yeah.
So we got we got the same team, George?
Yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's crazy.
If I wouldn't go KD at 4, I would either go Tim Duncan or Dirk Nowitzki. If I would, but I would probably go Tim Duncan because he can give me offense and defense.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna go KD because I'm switching 1 through 4. I'm switching everything other than Shaq. Shaq, you stay home. We switching 1 through 4, and we forcing you into the big fella.
Exactly. And I want to say, and then if I had to pick 3 people to come off the bench, let's say I got that starting 5, and they say give me like 3 or 4 come off the bench. Give me Steph Curry. Matter of fact, I'll do this here. Give me Scotty.
So you playing team ball? You playing team ball? You going with the team fit? You putting Derek White over Jaylen Brown on the Team USA. That's what you want right now.
No. So listen, give me Jaylen Brown. Give me Jalen Brown. I couldn't. I like Derek
But
White. Maybe we get the same
you
last
gonna
name.
throw
But
you gonna throw Scotty over Magic or Bird
no,
or
no, I'm not done. I'm gonna put Scotty on there because, thing is, Scotty was on the Olympic team as well. What year was that? He was on the Olympic team. I
he
forgot
was
what
on the
year.
Dream Team. He
Dream
was on the
team.
Dream Team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Scotty,
92.
he can score. He can play defense. People, bro. Scotty giving people that work. I don't care who it is.
For sure.
Scotty giving people that work. He play defense. He can score. He gonna dunk on you. He get to the rack. But no, I'm not a big Bird. I'm not. For those who listening, I'm not biased or nothing. Whatever. I'm not a big Bird fan. Like, you can't tell me that Bird wasn't athletic, man. Like, come on, let's compare it to this generation, man. I don't think Bird doing all that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. He was good. I'm not knocking him, but I don't. I watch some highlights. I watched a lot of Bird. Give me Dirk Nowitzki before Bird.
Here's the thing with Bird. Bird would have played point guard now.
Exactly.
He'd have played point guard. So it was tough to slow don't matter. Luka's slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have you wouldn't have been able to guard him because he was such a gamer, bro. Cheat code. That's the thing. We penalize Bird for that era. We say, nah, he wouldn't have been able to guard, but like they would have had the ball in his hands, he'd have been point guard. Because he was arguably the most skilled.
He'd been a liability on defense.
Absolutely. Dennis Scott would guarded the, whatever. Like, yeah, of course he was a liability.
Yeah.
Of course. That's the thing. That's the thing is the defense.
Yeah. Before I let you go, one more question, man. I want to finish this off because you said LeBron James your GOAT. What's your more memorable moment playing with LeBron?
I didn't play with him, but I played against him.
Playing against him.
And I was in Boston on that team when we were down. We were up 3-2. And we didn't believe LeBron. We didn't believe he had the juice, George. We didn't believe he was like that. Our game plan was more so we're going to keep this thing close. We're going to get to a tight game, and our toughness and our experience was going to play out. And LeBron wasn't that dude. We didn't believe he was that dude. We knew he was talented. There was no question. We felt like Dwayne Wade was that dude on the team. And we felt like if we kind of figured out Dwayne Wade, like we were good. And Avery did an unbelievable job kind of keeping Dwayne off the foul line, contesting his shots. And we were like, cool, we kind of figured out Dwayne because I think game 1 and game 2, they would close through Dwayne. And we're like, we kind of got this. And LeBron in that game, he went 0 dark 30, bro. He locked in. He was in his zone. He had this look on his face. KG was saying everything in the book to that man. And like you couldn't shake him. And it's one of the greatest performances in NBA history. And he dropped like 35, 15, like we threw everything at him, bro. And he was just locked in. But like that game 6, and we knew we went to game 7, we are gonna lose at their place. We had to win at our place. We knew that's where he put the crown on. That's where and we didn't. No one believed that he could show up on that stage on the road in Boston against one of the greater defensive teams that throwing everything at him and do what he did. And he showed it's not Dwayne's team, it's my team. And I feel like when they gave the torch to him and he got that in that series, he never looked back, bro. He never looked back. And I give people this for LeBron, like, Michael and Kobe are they trying to give you 70 points every game. They trying to kill you, bro. They looking for anything. And LeBron, they don't turn it off. LeBron can turn it off and on like, cool, you got it. I'm going to win the war. I'm not going to win the battle. Do whatever you want. Call me. I don't care. I'm going to see you later on, So like LeBron is just intelligent, and that's where you see his longevity. Michael done played himself out his knees. Kobe done played himself out his knees, shoulder, all that. You know what I'm saying? LeBron's like, I'll rest. Let me get treatment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's going to take a different route, And the way we grew up, a lot of people didn't grow up like that. So they saw Michael as greatness. So that LeBron's not in that mode of killer all the time. So if your GOAT is a killer, LeBron's not your GOAT. LeBron's a different type of killer. He's like the assassin. He's going to get behind the thing. Michael's going and he's going at everybody, So if that's your type of GOAT, LeBron's not your GOAT, bro.
Let me ask you this
But to
here.
say he not a dog, y'all crazy because I seen it.
Everybody got different type of dogs in it, like Kyrie. So I do agree. LeBron just got a different type of dog. Do you believe right now? Do you believe that LeBron think to himself that I'm the greatest player that ever laced up the sneakers to play in the NBA?
Yeah, I know he does. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way that LeBron doesn't think that. You know,
Okay.
and LeBron is just as tedious and petty as competitive as Michael. And that's where they all bump heads, bro. Kobe was
Mhm.
petty, bro. Mike is petty. Like,
Mhm.
like if somebody say Mike not the greatest, and I'm not saying myself, but like, I've heard of him calling guys and saying, like, hey, hold on, man, you say he better than me? Like Kobe Bryant would hear an interview with somebody and be like, I'm better than him. You said who is the best? I'm the best. Like hit his boy up. Hey, hold on. You said who? All right. Like, how many rings he got to get? I'm gonna get another ring. Like, it was obsessive. Like them dudes are petty, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so I would say that's the biggest difference with all of them. Like, you don't understand. Like, they don't turn like me, George. Me and you go home and turn it off and go to bed and tuck our kids in.
Yeah.
They don't do that, bro. Them dudes, they don't turn it off.
God,
They
they
don't turn
locked
it
in like
off.
man. So let me
And
ask you this:
LeBron absolutely feels like that, bro. Yeah.
do you think Kobe thought he was better than LeBron?
Heck yeah.
He
Bro,
thought he was better.
Kobe only felt like the only reason LeBron got him or had an advantage in certain because he just got older. He couldn't do the same things and he was still busting LeBron. That's how Kobe think.
So
100%.
so so
100%. And
so
Kobe
what?
like Mike can't see me.
I
Kobe
know. I
like
feel
Mike can't see me, dog. What
yeah.
you think this young pup gonna do? Nah, bro.
Kobe want to kill you. Man, listen, who pissed him off that time? I seen something. I think I forgot what happened. He didn't talk to somebody in practice. So something happened. He came back. He locked in. Maybe Jordan said something to him, or I forgot. I seen something before. But Kobe, the type of person, he don't forget nothing. If you
He
if
don't
you
forget
said something
anything,
about him,
bro.
he gonna show you. That now don't get me wrong.
Let
I'm a
me tell
Kobe.
you, let me tell you something, George. Let me tell you something, George. This is where I messed Kobe up. I'm in Washington. Kobe starts the farewell tour. It's his
Mhm.
last year in the league. Like, wow, okay, no more Kobe Bryant, and news outlets are going crazy. I believe in Washington, we were the first game of the darn farewell tour. They weren't playing good. They stunk. Kobe was, he wasn't healthy. He was in and out the lineup, and all of a sudden our game sold out. Lakers
Mhm.
there, and Kobe can't make a shot, bro. He couldn't make a shot, bro. His body was shot. He didn't have it. And in DC, the love for Kobe, the respect.
Mhm.
So every time he get the ball, they stand up cheering, they getting pumped up. Man, Kobe start getting hot, bro. He start getting into it. And I grew up on, listen, I stayed in 3 hours to get a Kobe Bryant signed basketball, okay? I grew up on Kobe. I used to put number 8 on my creative players in the game.
Mhm.
Kobe Bryant, everything. You know what I'm saying? So Kobe's in the game. He going against GT, Garrett Temple. Kobe get the ball. I'm like, he's going right. And I'm behind the play. I'm young. He's going right. Stay down. Shot fake. Second shot fake. Step through. Stay down. And I'm screaming his moves
Mhm.
out. And he look over at me like, man, this fool know my move. He know I'm going right to the shot. Like, bro, yeah, man. Yeah. Stay down. I'm like, Garrett, stay down. Stay down. He shot faking. He going like, I'm calling the moves, bro.
Mhm.
And he ends up, man, he might have missed the first one, and then he made 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, man, on that last tour. And once he got hot, it was over. And it was crazy, bro. After the game, everybody talking or whatever, because
Mhm.
Kobe got friendly. Once he got to the fair, he got friendly. I was like, Kobe, you were never friendly. Like, you like
Mhm.
us now. We didn't know. He old school. He ain't talk to nobody. It was
Mhm.
war for him. He
Mhm.
beeline. It was like, you calling out my dang moves during the game. What you doing? We had a good laugh, and it's actually a clip of it. But man, that was like just a cool moment, man. Just to be a part of and to have respect and just be a part of the game, bro. But
Yeah.
he was tedious like that, bro. Like you calling my moves out? Like what?
You know
Like
he ain't like that.
heck no.
You know Kobe ain't like that, man. And also recipe to a legend, man. Kobe. Everybody want to be Kobe. Kobe did a lot of great things in the leagues, man. And just shout out to him, man. Also, Ryan, thank you for coming on the Big Dog Show. Thank you for coming to talk that talk. I know a lot of people need to hear this. I know a lot of people gonna watch this. And man, keep doing what you're doing. From the big dog, from one big dog to another, man, I want to give you your flowers. Like you making it possible for other young brothers to say, hey, I want to be a commentator. I can do it because Ron doing it. And that video that went viral because you said LeBron the GOAT. Hey, It was facts. You didn't do nothing wrong there, big dog. So, man, salute to you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for joining me, man.
George, appreciate it, bro. Keep it a good work. You too, man. Anytime. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do a voiceover for me. You know,
Got
I'm a save that one, but like, George, I need you to voice over this. I
I
don't know
got
what
you.
it's gonna be. I'm gonna need you to talk over it, and I'm a post it, but keep it up, bro. Man, appreciate you, bro. And man, thank you, bro.
No
Anytime,
problem.
dog. You know that.
Y'all know. Yes, sir. Y'all tune into the George White the Speaker show. Like I always say, it's big dog season. It's pressure season. Turn them up, George. Big dog. Yeah, that's real.